Hey guys, I've got another idea today, and this is a incense stick holder. I made this a little while ago for a different project, but it didn't work for that, and so I've just been holding on to it, and I'm going to use it for this Froggy Friday video. Stay tuned, we'll be right back to see what we do. Alright, we are going to make some frogs now. This is the mold that I made of a little froggy I had. We got this one too, but I have a feeling that the feet would just snap off. I've also got this little tiny guy, these guys here. We're going to try to do all of them, see what we get, but we're also going to do them with resin-crete. I've got my resin-crete here. It is 10:3, 10 parts powder, 3 parts water. And I am gonna make up probably 200 grams of powder to 60 grams of water. I won't make you watch through all that, and we'll be back in a minute. The colors I'm gonna be using are Avo from Homeware Design Co., Emerald from Homeware Design Co., and Citrine, and we're gonna just try to do a little marble effect for all of them. All right, let's get this mixed up. Let's start with the Avo here. I've been shaking them up for a little while already. So we will do 1 and 2 drops of the Avo and 1 and 2 of the Emerald. And then we're gonna do the Citrine here. And we'll do 1 and 2. And now we're just going to swirl these up a little bit in here. Oops. And get some of that color down there, rather than on the side of the glass. Actually, I think I'm going to do a little bit of the Emerald in here. Another couple swirls of that in there. That should be good to go. All right, now we'll just pour. I mean, this could take the whole thing. This is the first time I'm trying to do a eco pour in this mold. There we go with him. Oops, a little too much there. That's all right. And then we'll do it in this one, and I completely expect the limbs to break off because they are so thin and tiny. Let that move about. I have done these in an eco already, and they actually did pretty good. They didn't break on me. Definitely gonna let them sit in here for a little bit longer. I think, well, definitely longer than an hour. Just trying to get the little drip off the side there to go in his foot, but that wasn't working. So we're just gonna have to try to manipulate it into his little feet here. And into his little toes there. Okay. Same with this guy up here. What I will do with this guy, and maybe those, is also come in and put a backing of UV resin on it before I demold it. Give it a little bit more structure and keep it in place so I don't crack it. And hope that that might work. All right, now I just need to find something else to move this resin into. We'll be right back. All right, guys, I just wanted to show you, I made a plethora of things. So you see that frog that we already had, that frog that we already had, these two little ones we already had. I also have another little one there. These two little guys over here. Bring it down over here. I made the little love guy over here. And then this little set of 8, all little frogs. So, got a lot of things made. I could even make one more tiny little mold. If I wanted to. If I had another teeny tiny little mold. But I don't think I do, so I think we're going to call it done there. And we'll come back on demo. Alright guys, while these are curing, I am actually going to put some dragonfly glaze on our little incense holder. I know it's a lotus leaf, but we're going to pretend it's a lily pad. And so we're just going to shake this up and we're going to paint it on here. I'm hitting the bottle up against myself because it's got a lot of glitter in it. So I want to make sure I get that glitter mixed up and down in and amongst the mixture. Got a little cup here. We're just gonna squirt some right in there. And grab our little paintbrush. We'll just use, I don't want to use that one. What paintbrush should I use? We're gonna go with this. You could also thin this with some water if you wanted. I'm not gonna. But I am just gonna paint it all over her little guy here. I don't know if you can see from there, it has a nice shine to it. Nice sparkle. And I'm going to clean up those little round edges as well. And there we go. Alrighty, it is demold time. I also wanted to say this is part of the Froggy Friday collaboration hosted by Lisa at Girl in the Garage, Karen at the Dragon's Cave, Tim the Bass Resonator, Lula at Nerd Goblin Art, and Kel at Gert Creates. Alright, check out the playlist down below in my description. What shall we do first? Let's do this one, and hopefully I don't break this one like I've done to another in the past. And there's that. And when I put wax on this later, it will pop more. Let's start with all these little frogs. They are teeny tiny. He's so cute. These ones are so thin, you just pull them apart, they just pop out so nicely. That one. Apparently I had bought 2 at the same time, the same mold, just in different color. Got this guy. It's a frog extravaganza. Now these little cuties. And these little cuties. Little bubble on him. Just got a little bow. See, like the frog prints. Oh, here's a smile down there. Alright, there's all the itty bitty froggies. Let's see if we can do this one. And what I wanted to do, I forgot. I'm going to go grab my UV resin because I already did crack those. Alright, I got Bond Craftor hard type resin here. But I knew this one was going to have problems to begin with. And now we will just cure this and be right back. Put it under for 3 minutes. Alright, got this covered with some UV resin. I know I had gotten cracks already in the legs. Oh, I lost a toe. But that's not too bad. I can just UV his toe right back on there, and that won't be any issue at all. I just have to make sure the toe stays with him. Alright, and now our biggie Froggy here. This is the mold I made. There he is. This was supposed to be a crown. Didn't really work out too well. I'll probably just cut that off, sand it off. Can actually use this. Let's move this out of the way and just try to cut it down. Doesn't look as bad when it's in regular epoxy resin. The other thing I could do, take this guy and stick another little guy on top of him. Like that, or that, or that. Another one there, or maybe like that one. So we got like a double-decker frog action. I don't think I'm going to do that though. I think I'm just going to try to keep sanding this down and cutting it down till we have just his little regular head, and we'll be back. Alright friends, so I gave our little guy some eyes. Apparently my UV resin dripped down a little bit right there. I had an issue with this guy. I colored him the wrong color first. I colored them in all black. Then I tried to put the white on top of it. It didn't go so well, but anyways, from a distance, is that right? So I've got this guy right now on here, and this guy was placed right in here, although he doesn't want to stay now. Big over here. And we can put this guy there. So I've got this. But remember, I'm going to seal these tomorrow. And I think I actually want him to be on here. I don't know. Tell me in the comments which one you thought should be here. This guy for this guy. And I can interchange them out. But right now, I mean, if I use this one, you can see those guys back there. If I do this one, can't quite see them as well. Especially if I keep tipping him out. But, so, decisions for tomorrow. But we'll get them all sealed. These colors will really pop once we get the wax on them. All right, we'll be back in a little bit. All right, guys, we're going to use some Clarkstone and concrete wax and get these guys kind of waxed up. Let's move on to our love. Oh, what? There. So it brings out the marbling more. You can see it a little bit more. Oh, I got some over spilled on there. I didn't see. Let's pop that off. Definitely see the lighter colors popping out down here. Hey guys, so here I am just finished buffing up these pieces here. I want to give a big thank you to everyone who watches my videos and subscribes. If you haven't subscribed, it is free for you, and you can just point your camera at the QR code or click the subscribe button down below. If interested, I also have a buy me a coffee and an Amazon wish list in my description. But again, thank you to everyone who subscribes and all those who watch my channel. Again, if you watch my channel but you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing. It would really help me out a lot. Again, really appreciate you guys. Stay tuned for the after shots of all the pieces and how I just placed them together, which was just setting them on the little pad with some UV glue and or super glue. Thank you. Bye.